To be honest, I never thought we would still see such large-scale layoffs in 2024. According to surveys, a total of 4.9 million people were laid off across industries in the first 3 months of this year. According to data from independent layoff tracker layoffs.fyi, after significant layoffs in 2022 and 2023, tech companies alone laid off 137,500 employees this year. Companies like Tesla, Amazon, Google, TikTok, Snap, and Microsoft conducted large-scale layoffs in the first few months of 2024. Smaller startups have also seen a wave of layoffs, with some even shutting down completely due to financial constraints. So the question is, why are so many companies still cutting salaries and laying off employees in 2024? I think there may be 4 main reasons. First, in 2022, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates sharply to curb inflation. While this effectively controlled rising prices, it also significantly increased the cost of borrowing and repaying debt for companies. Tech companies, in particular, have had to allocate a significant portion of their revenue to repay debts, so they've had to cut back on hiring and investment. However, the situation might improve slowly as the Fed recently lowered its benchmark interest rate by 50 basis points in September, bringing it down to a range of 4.75% to 5%, clearly aiming to stimulate economic growth. With borrowing costs lowered, companies may stop mass layoffs and even create new job opportunities. Lower interest rates might stabilize the job market, so let's wait and see. Second, global political and economic uncertainties have increased companies' concerns about the future. Government debt issues, geopolitical tensions in Ukraine and the Middle East, and the lingering effects of the pandemic have all led companies to tighten their belts. Layoffs are often the most direct way to cut costs. Third, the rise of artificial intelligence is both an opportunity and a threat, and the crisis is already unfolding. For example, in early 2024, IBM laid off 3,900 employees and froze hiring for all positions that could potentially be replaced by AI. This is just the beginning of AI's impact on the labor market, and we're likely to see more moves like this in the future. Lastly, many companies aggressively expanded and hired during times of economic boom. But once the economy hit challenges, they found they could no longer support so many employees and had to downsize. For example, Meta nearly doubled its workforce during the growth period, but as the global economy slowed down, they realized they were overstaffed. Now, these companies are making drastic course corrections, leading to widespread layoffs. In fact, many people are realizing the situation. A recent survey by the MarketWatch Guides team found that 70% of employees are gearing up for potential layoffs. About 40% of people are saving for the possibility of losing their jobs, and 32% said they regularly browse job listings. Gen Z workers, in particular, have the lowest confidence in job security, with 57% expressing anxiety about layoffs. What's even more concerning is that 40% of employees said that if they were laid off today, their current savings would last only a month, and 24% said they could only make it for 2 weeks. A staggering 63% said they would accept a pay cut to keep their jobs. The impact of these layoffs is deep and far-reaching. Behind every statistic is a person, or even a family, that might be struggling to pay bills, tuition, or support their loved ones. These people are often highly skilled professionals, but are now facing an uncertain future. If you're preparing for a possible layoff, keep your resume updated and maintain an emergency fund that can cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. If you're going through a layoff, make sure to understand your company's severance package policy, and don't be afraid to negotiate with HR. You can discuss additional severance, health insurance, and even reemployment assistance. If you're experiencing unjust treatment, consider consulting an employment lawyer before signing any severance-related documents. No matter how difficult the situation you're facing, remember that this is not your personal failure. The broader environment is shifting, and anything can happen. Give yourself some time to process these negative experiences. See unemployment as a temporary setback. You can join job seeker groups and share your thoughts and feelings with others, as it's easier to connect with people going through the same thing. I have a friend who is a software engineer with nearly 20 years of experience. She lost her job overnight but didn't let it get her down. Instead, she analyzed the job market and her own strengths, eventually deciding to explore opportunities in data centers and data science. After some time, she succeeded and is now ready for the next stage in her career. It just goes to show that those who are strong and brave are better equipped to handle crises. I hope we can all be strong and brave. Alright, that's all for today's content. I'm Sherilyn, with 15 years of experience at leading global management consulting firms and internet giants. I will continue to share cutting-edge insights on business management and career development with you, along with tools and methods to help you achieve greater success in your career. Make sure to follow my channel, and I'll see you in the next episode.